1 day left until the draft, and I cannot believe it's taken me this long to cover Jeremiyah Love. A lot of people are saying that this kid is the best footballer in the NFL draft. He's going to go in the top 10, everyone feels. I don't know who, but it sounds like. So we wanted to cover him today. I really wanted to cover him. I've watched quite a bit of his film now, so I feel like I can cover him. But before we do that, do me a big favor, especially if you're a returning viewer, please hit the subscribe button there. It really helps me promote this great game over here in the UK, and it helps you watch these videos. If you like them, why wouldn't you do that? So let's get on with it. So he's had 1,372 yards this season. He averages 6.89 yards per carry. He scored 21 touchdowns in 2025. He's 6 foot and 214 pounds. He's a big guy, so he has the potential to get even heavier. His run at the compound was at 4.3, so he is fast as well. He runs a little bit upright, but he's an incredibly strong, physical, dynamic player. With that in mind, let's have a look at some of his plays here. So just get the best play on my laptop just here. So here he receives the ball. There's a gap, but he has to break 1 tackle. He has to break 2 tackles. He cuts in nice and strong, nice and dynamic. He does run a bit upright. I think you can see that there. He runs a little bit upright. I don't know if that's going to be a problem. It's not the way that you see running backs typically running in the NFL. Over here in England, you see rugby players running like that. That's mainly because they want to distribute the ball off there. But obviously in the NFL, in American football, I should say, not the NFL, in American football, you don't necessarily need for that to happen. So here's another play. Beats a player, and you can see his turn of pace. Once he finds that gap, his turn of pace is really, really quick, and he makes a lot of yards after the first down. So he gets his first down and more, but you can see his accelerators there. He's really quick. Just move on a little bit here. Here's another one. Finds the gap, makes some moves there as well. And look, shouldn't have made the first down there. I don't know if he did. It looks like he did, but shouldn't have made the first down on that one. Let's have a look here as well. Finds the gap well. And this is that turn of pace. Once he gets that little bit of space, he motors through it. So if his O-line can provide him a gap, he's going to exploit that gap really, really well. Here it is again. There's definitely a hole there. Great block. He finds it. But once he's in there, there are players there to make the tackles. They can't get to him. He's just too fast. We'll watch it one more time just here. Receives the ball. There's the gap. Finds the gap. Makes one miss. Makes the other miss. Well, I say make it miss. It didn't look like I could fucking get to him, to be honest. And this is exactly what you want to see from a running back who wants to go into the NFL. He's got power so he can go through. You know, if you're getting arm tackles, he's going to break through them. But he's a bit jinky, a bit like Jameer Gibbs. He's got that jinky movement about him. Now, I think we've seen enough of those moves there. There's plenty of runs that we can see, different types of runs. He's runs where there's gaps created for him that he has to power through, runs where he has to make something for himself and find those extra yards. Hugely important in the NFL, hugely important on taking the pressure off your quarterback and allowing your offense to start to throw later on in the game. But here's another thing that he offers. And there's another player in the NFL that does this really, really well, Christian McCaffrey. If you watch my previous videos over this last year or so, I covered them a lot. Covered the Niners a lot. McCaffrey's been one of my favorite players, not just last season, but through his entire career. And Jeremiyah Love got 280 receiving yards and I think 3 touchdowns from receiving. So let's just have a look at his ability to receive. I've picked out this one here. He gets the ball there. There he is, making the run down the right. Receives the ball off one hand. Makes a play through the player to get to the touchdown. So if we just look at that one more time. There, so he receives the ball. Quarterback runs to the right, a one-handed catch. Not only that, he has to take it down. There's immediately a player on him. He pushes through the player and makes the touchdown for his team. And this is what you're going to get from this lad in the NFL. Does he run a little bit upright? Yes, I think he does. There are a few negatives, but tell me which player comes from the college draft that doesn't have any negatives. So he runs a little bit upright. He sometimes hasn't got that low boom. His blocking isn't the best. So the pass rush, when you're on the pass rush, that's something he needs to polish up. I'm sure he'll get all the help he needs to do that when he's drafted in the NFL. And sometimes he does try to bounce runs a little bit too early rather than taking the 3 yards on the inside. But like I said, you're not going to find one player that is drafted, or very few that are drafted, that are the complete article. He has got everything he needs to be a top-class running back in the NFL. Let me know what you think of my analysis. Where do you think he's going tomorrow? Let me know in the comments. If you like the video, give it a like and don't forget to hit subscribe.